Okay, today we are doing something I've been wanting to try. We're going to take some dry ice and put on our floor pan to remove this stuff. This is a coating that's a sound deadening and all that the factory put on, but you get rust in around it and under it, and so I want to take it off so that I can repair this area more easily. So we're going to start with these super thick insulated gloves. And ice. And we're just going to take and pour some of this stuff on the I think I've got enough to just maybe do this one floor pan probably. And we'll kind of spread it out as evenly as possible. I've never tried this before, but I've always heard that it was the best way to get this stuff up. If you try to use heat like a heat gun, it just turns into a goopy mess. Now, oh, yep, I'm starting to hear it crack. Oops. Oh, yep, there it goes. Let me get my putty knife. I don't know exactly how long this is supposed to take. From my understanding, not very long. Hopefully, because I got to go somewhere here shortly. Oh yeah. I feel like I might should have waited till I had more time. Let's see. Well, we're still all right. So when it cracks and pops loose, it comes off in just big chunks. Ah, there we go. Yes. Oh yeah, nice. Now you can see there is some rust under there, so you know that's why removing this stuff. But look at there, it just come off in one big sheet. So that means I could probably do the other side, but I don't really have time. Like I said, I probably shouldn't have. Oh, let's not take that off. Took this on right now, but I did. So yeah, just big pieces. Like you'd be chiseling on that forever trying to get it to come off without this. I guess it just makes it brittle, and that's what makes it come off. That makes it work. So I may scoop this back into the cooler and then where I can use it on the other side. There's a oops. Let's see if that there is came loose. Top part's not getting exposed, so it's being a little tough. Ah, there we go. Yep. This part is on the seam. Let's see. It does a pretty good job. I'll have to have a little more to do the next part, but whatever I miss will just evaporate pretty much, so. For the most part, we got a pretty good floor pan. Just got this one area around the floor, the cab mount, and then coming back through here where the wiring harness lays, it tends to catch stuff and makes that rust out worse. But, alright, let's see, this part back here. Try to put all the remaining scraps of it up there and leave that, and hopefully that'll make that part in place. One little stubborn spot. So they do a seam right here is where your toe board and your main floorboard meets, and it's a very bad spot for a seam because you get any leaks or anything, it tends to puddle right there and makes that rust out. So we do have some rust in that seam and some in this here. Like I say, this doesn't look good, but I can fix this. I can fabricate floor for this. It's not a big deal. There's some other spots. This is the worst. There's a spot in the back of the cab, but it's probably not as big as this right here. So, so I've been wanting to try that for a while, and I'm very happy with how it worked. So, I had some rust stuff I was working on that you spray on, let it sit, and then spray it off with water, and that's what all this white crusty looking stuff is. Because, well, when I was trying to do that, I didn't really have time to do it properly, and so I guess one lesson from all this is you should make sure you have time to do your project before you start it. So, you know. Well, another case of, you know, probably what not to do. So I'm not going to worry about what's up on the transmission tunnel. I knocked that layer loose because there was some corrosion under it. I can get all that cleaned up now, and when I get it all cleaned up and all the rust eliminated and killed, then I will go back and probably use bed liner on this. I typically use the spray can stuff, but I might try some of the roll-on or something. I don't know. Maybe it'll make it look like carpet. If I get something heavy enough like that, then I really don't want to put carpet in this truck. I want to keep my drains where I can open them if needed, and because this is going to be a four-wheel drive, you don't want carpet getting in there where it stays soggy and all that mess. So anyway, well, that's all for now. Okay, so I've got this side now that has not got as much stuff left because I done chiseled some of it off, and looks like it's going to be pretty good under there, but we're going to still see if we can use the rest of this stuff. It is not a whole lot of it left now. I'm just kind of concentrated up here. Yeah, that's not gonna do the whole thing probably, but I wanna do what I can with it, and we'll spread it out. Yeah, I really need probably another batch. We really want to get this front part. I don't know. Probably got my elbow in the way, y'all couldn't see nothing. Alright, now while that's doing its thing, I'll proceed to work on doing the rear wheel cylinders, because, you know, that's probably a little more important. I'm popping and cracking going on up there with that dry ice. So these wheels got through it on this truck as rollers when I first got it, because it had like 3 flats. But the guy that I got the truck from that these were on said he just had these tires throwed on there, and I'm pretty sure he said they weren't balanced. And we got a bad vibration problem. So I was checking the drive shaft. It doesn't seem to be wobbling, but we've got a couple things going on. So as you can see from the back of this tire, this wheel cylinder is leaking pretty bad. Like every time you hit the brakes, it's shooting out fluid. So I did nothing to the wheel cylinders. So, you know, I can't complain, I guess. So I ordered these off of eBay, and they are new old stock, but they are new nonetheless. Just maybe been sitting around for 10, 20, 30 years. They've been inside in a package, no sun's gotten to them, so we're not going to worry. Now I have to find, this is going to be the fun part, is getting the drum off. I'll have to find 2 bolts to run in. There's 2 holes here, and you run a bolt in there and the drum pushes itself off. So I got to find the bolts under 12 to proceed with that. Meantime, let's see what our dry ice has accomplished here. I hear it doing a lot of crackling up here. Actually, I just spotted a better scraper. Let me go grab that. So this is actually a bottle opener, but I took and ground one side off to make it sharp on one edge, and it's rounded. Use it specifically for when I'm stripping paint, because that way it doesn't gouge in. Ooh, that's cold. Yeah, if you just chisel this without the ice thing, it tends to come off in little small chunks, if at all. Okay, so that's got us back to there. Oh, nice. Came on off there. So now, we've still got a little bit left. So we'll try and switch it over here now. Alright, now I'm going to go see what if I can find something to get this brake drum off with. Okay, so I've found my tools for the other part, but this seems to be not making any noise now, so I'm going to try and put some of this over here and move the rest of it back. And see what comes loose here. Nice. That probably ain't enough to do any good up there. Maybe, I don't know. Well, it's making some racket, so maybe it'll work. I'll spread this out as much as I can on this. Okay. Now, while that's popping and cracking again, got a bolt stuck in here. Shit. Well, great. Let me get my socket freed up. Okay. So, you want a bolt that is flat on the end, not one with a nipple on the end, because there's only a few threads for it to catch here. And hopefully they'll catch, because these are pretty rusty. So basically, these have a built-in puller. See, I can't barely even see the hole on that one. So I might need to take a screwdriver or something and gouge them out a little bit. There we go, got a test light. I'll get back in there and gouge out a little bit of the rust and dirt. Okay. Okay. Now, let's see here. Now we want to run those in. Oh, see, that one didn't catch. Now we want to start hearing some popping from this. I don't want to ring them off. Usually that works pretty good, but these have been on there since 1982, I guess, or 81. This is not going to be fun at all. Well, phooey. They don't want to go in, they don't want to come out. There we go. So I'm going to try and take them back out and shoot some spray in there. See if that helps any. What I don't want to do is strip out the bolt hole or bring off the bolt. So, back to the ice for a minute. And if y'all wondering about me bouncing around on what I'm doing, that's normal for me. Okay, let's see here. Beginning to get a little harder to see. Alright, I think I can take what I got here, what's left of it, and rake all that up there on that. We should be able to take this right up. Just like that. And now, fill us with a nice clean floor pan underneath. But, there was rust right here. A little bit in the seam there. And this around here, so this will allow me to be able to clean up what's left. Just for reference here, here's a spot that has not had the ice treatment. See, it did come up, but not nearly as clean and not nearly as easy. And only with the hammer and chisel, whereas the other I'm just taking and get under the edge of it and pop it right off of there. So, we'll let the remainder of that do its thing right there. And meanwhile, I'll go fight with this brake drum some more. Alright, so we sprayed a little penetrating oil in there. Now we're going to run these back in. Carefully. Now, I would use the impact gun on them because of the jarring, but I don't have my little ratchet's dead, and the big one, I don't have a 12 socket that I can find handy, so we're going to do it this way. We're going to attempt it this way anyway, I should say. Ah, there we go. I'm hearing something now. Oh yeah, I'm getting somewhere now. I jarred it some more. I jarred it right where the bolts go when the bolts were out. Right, that side went a little bit and then stopped. I think I'm going to have some light here in a minute. There we go. That's what we want to hear. We want to hear that pop. Alright, now that pushed it enough. This side should go some now. And once you get it off of the center part, you should come on off of there if the brakes ain't stuck. Like so. Alright, now we got a lot of cleaning to do and replace this wheel cylinder. And I'm going to try to replace the wheel cylinder without taking all the brake shoes and stuff off, because they're good. They're just dirty with, contaminated with fluid. So, let me get a light. Well, I just got to looking at my wheel cylinder. Y'all can probably see that from there. That ain't right. This part looks pretty good, close to right. But these have cups that have a slot for the end of the brake shoe to set in. And this does not. This gets some kind of little pin sits in there. These are not the right part. So, hell. It's the only thing about buying crap off of eBay. Sometimes I get the wrong crap and I end up just ordering more and not worry about it. But because these came from Texas, and I spend more sending them back to Texas than what I freaking paid for them. I should have looked at it closer, and you know, the guaranteed fit thing. Yeah, these fit your vehicle. Yeah, well, according to what it said, but that ain't what it is. They done something wrong. So we'll see if I can rectify that situation. But meantime, now I got to find more brake wheel cylinders. I did, however, find some brake parts cleaner. So I'll probably call the parts store, see if anybody's got one or can get one in the next day or two. It's irritating. Would have been a killer deal if they would have fit, but it wasn't that long ago. I used to get these for like 15, 20 bucks each. Now they're like 50 bucks each. Still not taking these brake pads off if I can help it. Shoes. Brake shoes. If it's drum brakes, you got shoes. If it's discs, pads. And you know, I thought something about it, but when I seen that those were steel, because these are usually aluminum. Oh well. Well, just ordered some new wheel cylinders from O'Reilly's. Should have done that in the first place. They wouldn't be like $17 a piece. Thought I was saving $1. No, just wasting money. Oh well. Never buying stuff online. Do everything you can to verify fitment. Just because the little button says it fits, don't mean it does. Oh well. At least I can go get the others tomorrow. I waited on these for a week. Or more. Actually, it was probably a week and a half or more. Anyway. So, when I was working, right after I did the windshield, when I was working on the taillights is when I noticed them. So these brake drums, this one has some rust still on it, but so it was working somewhat, because it has rubbed enough to clean most of the rust off. Let's not use WD-40. We don't want to use brake cleaner. And when I go to O'Reilly's, I'll be grabbing a couple more cans of that. So I'm gonna clean this up, clean the brake drums up. I've done cleaned up the shoes. Now to get a good cleaning, I should take us all apart and clean everything really good, paint it and all that good shit. Am I gonna do that? Probably not. Main thing is, as long as the shoes are good and clean and the drum's good and clean on the braking surface, we'll be alright. So since I can't do anything else on this, I will probably put a jack stand under this and maybe go ahead and pull the other wheel, get the other drum off, maybe put my tires on the front. I am changing out to some different wheels. Y'all will see those when I put everything back together. They're my old wheels I had on my other truck. They've been in storage for like 10 years, so the tires are old. They're not showing any signs of dry rot though. I mean, minor. They look pretty good, so I'm going to run them for now. Eventually I'm going to put some off-road tires on it. These are not, but anyways, I want to get it all sorted out, running and driving good and smooth, everything working the way it's supposed to before I worry about buying tires for it. And I just had a blowout on my daily today, so now I got to figure out what to do with that. So anyway, that's all for now.